This is the Kannada script, and it's one of the easiest to learn arrangements of letters I've ever seen. So this isn't really an official tutorial, but it's kind of a way to show what I've learned in an informal setting. I've never learned this in a class, but I'm gonna pass on everything that I know. So we'll start off. Kannada script has these basic letters here. They're like vowels that we would have in English. So we have everything from like e, oo, so on. And these are the consonants. All of these consonants that are kind of in the square are organized by how you say them. So the first row, everything is pronounced in kind of the back of your throat, like ka, ga, nga. And then as we move down, it kind of moves forward to the back of your tongue. So it would be like ch and j. And then it keeps moving forward where your tongue is kind of where your gum meets the teeth, your front teeth, like ta and da, na. And we keep moving forward until it's just on your front teeth, your front top teeth, ta, ta, or ta, da, na. And moving all the way forward to the front of the mouth is pa, ba, ma. So that's kind of the basic arrangement of letters. And then these, I'm not sure how they're arranged. First of all, these two aren't really used in day-to-day writing, but yeah, these are kind of random and you just have to memorize them. So now I'll go through all the letters I know and write them out so you can see them. We'll start with the basic letters, the vowels. So we have just an elongated version of e, oo, gru, e, I, o, ow, aha. Now, a couple things I can point out that I have seen. I have seen these written a little bit differently, but I wrote them here as closely as I could to how they're seen when they're in print. So sometimes I see people write them connected like that, and this one would be kind of like that. And this one's weird. I've seen it something like that, but I don't know. I would just focus on those. Now for the consonants. These are a little different because they have an aspirated version and unaspirated version, which I'll explain. So we'll start with the ones that are pronounced in your throat. So we have ka and ka. This is like just like ka, except a little bit more emphasis because you're kind of breathing through it. Like if you put your hand in front of your mouth, you'll feel the air move out. But this is just plain old cut, like the K in Latin alphabet. So we have ga and ga. This is the same pattern that's going on with ka and ka, G, and G. And then this one is rarely used, but that's Ng. So we'll move on to a little bit forward in from the back of your throat to the back of your mouth. We have Ch. That's Ch. Ch. J. J. Nya. All right, now we're getting it's kind of where the gum, the top of your mouth, like meets your teeth. So ta, ta, da, the da in Kannada. Da, and na, like a na. Moving to the very front, we have, or not the very front yet, ta, ta, da, da, and na. This is the most common form of the Latin na the Latin in that we know. Now, I would always get confused between all of these 8 letters here. So that took me the most practice as an English speaker, but maybe it's different if you already speak Hindi or Malayalam or Telugu or something like that. Or actually, Telugu is going to be almost exactly the same, so you'll know it already. All right, so to the front, we have pa, pa. Sometimes this can be fa, like the F in the Latin alphabet. Ba, ba, ma. And then for the random letters, I don't know how they got in this order. Again, I've never taken a class on this, but I know them as ya, bra, la, va, sha, sha, sa, ha, la. This la is a little bit weaker because it's more on your teeth, and this is a little bit stronger because it's on the top of your mouth. La, like, yeah. So that's the consonants. Now, honestly, one of the most difficult things for me was learning how to put the consonants with the vowels. when you pair them together, they change so that the consonant will carry the sound of whichever vowel you want, and you do that with diacritics. And coming from an English speaker who only knows the Latin alphabet, it you might think, oh, you're not used to diacritics in the Latin alphabet, but they're actually all over the place, especially in the French language, and there's a lot in Vietnamese. It's basically just a mark that changes how the letter sounds. Like you can have A, or in Portuguese you have the tilde over the A to make it like a nasally sound. Or you can have, other diacritics, the accent aigu, accent grave. You have all sorts of things that will change how the letter sounds. So it's not completely foreign, but I just wanted to explain how I think of it. So if you have the letter, I almost messed that up. If you have the letter ka, and you want to change it to fit another vowel that we have written here, let's say you would change ka to ka. Now I have seen this written a little bit differently in text versus in handwriting. In handwriting, it's a little bit shorter like this, but I mean, it doesn't matter. If you want to add E to ka, it becomes ki. If you want to make it the long E, you just add this little thing right here, ki. Now for U, ku. As an English speaker, I think of that as just a U, like kind of a partial U that you add to it. And then for the elongated, ku, it goes up and then back down. Kind of like this. Look, it looks like the end of this on the first one, and then it goes up and back down on this one. So it has some pattern. It's not completely different. And then for the crew, it would look like something like that. I'm not completely sure when that is used because I'm not a native speaker. Now we have ke. Just kind of change the end of that there from going up to almost coming around, and it can come around, it doesn't really matter. Then just like with ki, if you want to elongate it, you add that thing right there. Don't know what that's called. All right, moving on to ke, kai. So for kai, go up like that, and then you have this thing. Kind of looks like that. For now, where are we? Ka. Ka is gonna look like that, except we add this thing from ku. So ka, ka. I know, it's getting crazy now. This is like the biggest letter. And then cow. Cow. Again, my handwriting is not really that great, but it is what it is to just show what I've learned. And then come and kaha, very simple. It's how it looks in the vowel. Come, kaha. This, okay, so I don't really know much about these. I know that it can sound like an N. Kind of, it's just like when you say a vowel and you want to like close it. I don't know how to say this, but like it can be an M or an N sound. But yeah, that's how you combine letters with, or the consonants with the vowels. Now, you might be thinking, oh, why is this so special? There are other scripts that are kind of arranged in the same way, like Telugu, Malayalam, you know, there can be Marathi and Hindi have the same script that has this basic structure. But like, why do I like Kannada? Because it looks like clouds. It looks like spilled noodles. Like everything about this just looks, it looks so cool. I noticed there's no right angles, like no crosses, like you write a T in the Latin alphabet, or, you know, Tamil has a lot of, right angles. It just does not look quite as, I don't even know how to say it. It's just, Kannada is a magical script. It's like clouds, so you have to learn how to write it.